Good morning, New Yorkers. We are live and direct. Chat, chat, chat. Hopefully y'all boys are doing good. Hopefully y'all boys are doing well today, chat. Listen, today we are going to be doing some reactions. Obviously, you know that it is Saturday. I'm going to the farm in approximately about 30 minutes to an hour. So I want to fucking get this live done. So it's done and ready. Nothing too crazy to be honest. Just what I'm saying. Stay locked in. Hopefully y'all boys are doing good. Hopefully y'all boys are doing swell on this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Home safe. You feel me? Hopefully you guys had a great night out. If you guys went out. You know what I'm saying? If you stayed home like me. You know what I'm saying? Like a good boy. Hopefully y'all had a good time being at the crib. I got my bread and chocolate for this morning. For the breakfast. Breakfast! You feel me? I'm trying to find some videos right now. So, obviously a big SmackDown, first SmackDown of the year. All right. I think I got it. 5 minutes fucking reactions. We might watch some basketball too.
On January 1st,
Okay.
we're starting AI challenge for people over 30. Disappear from social media and do this instead.
Shut the fuck up.
So this is...
Yo, what's up, guys? CJ
Let me switch
back
over.
with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the 3-hour debut of SmackDown. This episode, I will say, was not complete garbage, okay? It was
I like
not
the 3-hour
worst
episode,
SmackDown of all
Matt.
time like we've been
A lot of
getting
people don't, but I do.
consecutively now for like over a year at this point. However, this was a bad episode in my personal opinion. I understand that because there were a few, pretty cool and pretty...
This is what we've been waiting on right here. Randy fucking Orton versus Cody Rhodes for that WWE fucking championship. The 3-hour format is so much better than a 2-hour format. I can understand that sometimes it's a lot of filler, but 2 hours is simply just too short. If you want to do 2.5, that's good, but realistically, you cannot do that. You have to do 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour. It goes by the hour. We need the 3-hour format so that way you can showcase other wrestlers that we don't get to normally see. And the only time the 2-hour format works is low-key WrestleMania season, because that way you're just pushing the main storylines through. But 3 hours is ideal.
Some good stuff in this show. Because we got the smallest amount of good, it's going to make a lot of fans fall for the trap, as per usual, of when WWE gives you complete garbage, triple fraud, books garbage for like 18 weeks straight, and then gives you 1 week where you have a couple good segments. All of a sudden, you're willing to call these shows great. That's what most of the fan base is going to do. They're going to act like this episode was peak. They're going to act like this was unique. It was epic. It was creative. It was exciting. This is the greatest this. It was the greatest this. And quite frankly, yeah, this probably is the best SmackDown in a while, and it's still not a good episode. The reason why it's the best in a while is because every other SmackDown has been a 0 or a 1 out of 10, and this was a little bit better than that.
Whoa, SmackDown is my favorite show. I know it's not the best show, but it's the B show, and you can show out on the B show.
So quite frankly, I have nothing really, that outlandish to say about this episode. This was not a great show. This is not a good show. This is not an average show. If you think that this show was good, you clearly are just you have recency bias. It's as simple as that. You've been getting a lot of trash recently from this company, so they gave you a couple good segments and you bit the bait, as per usual, and now you think the show's good. It's not good, and I'm going to explain why, as per usual, okay? This was a bunch of absolute filler nonsense when
I
you
liked
really look
it.
back at it. We had a couple segments, like I said, I thought they were
Some
good.
people are natural-born
Tricky
haters,
Williams,
though.
you know what I'm saying? My boy Trick Williams showing up. I thought that was pretty awesome because I think Trick's great, and he did a pretty good job with his promo. You know what I mean? The opening segment with The Miz, we'll talk about in a second. That was pretty fun.
That was
but
pretty funny.
other than that, I mean, there was maybe like 1 or 2 other things I'm not thinking of right now. There was a lot of empty and lifeless and bad content.
I'm so happy that we are continuing the U.S. Open Challenge. I hope this just continues until a real heel gets that fucking belt and goes, I'm not doing that shit no more.
And again, none of these people that are on this show, I can actually be like, wow, that person could become a new massive superstar to carry the industry going forward.
I don't know if that's what
once
you
guys
expect
like
on
Roman
an
and
average
Randy and Punk
SmackDown.
and Lesnar are completely out of this company for good. You understand what I'm saying? So there's still no hope. The show is boring, and adding an extra
Are you an
hour to
AEW
this
guy, bro?
drags this down even worse. This is the nicest thing I will say about this episode, right? If this episode was 2 hours and you just took all the best segments and fit it into a 2-hour window, and then you
can't.
ended it with Cody and Drew, you know what I'm saying, doing their little segment, which that segment isn't even that good, to be honest with you. I'll talk about that later. That segment was
Yo, is this guy a hater? The only reason I'm reacting to this guy is because the other guys didn't post yet. My other mainers. So we're going to be stealing this guy's
Damn,
screenshots.
bro. They literally had the picture of Cody and Drew that was in that little, like, framed glass. You can find that on Google. I looked it up before I started filming this video. I literally found it on Google in like 10 seconds. It's a Google photo that anybody can have and anybody can frame. So I don't know why they made this such a big deal. It's low effort, uncreative garbage. But again, they do something like that where Drew
Bro,
burns the picture,
holy
struggles to
shit.
burn it for like 2 minutes straight, and then we're supposed to sit here and say it's peak. It's not peak, and you know that, okay? It's low effort. Stop the nonsense.
It's not even
But that's the
WrestleMania
situation
season.
with that. I think the episode was pretty bad. I'm not gonna go ahead and say
I'll
that it
make
was
sure my
complete
friends do.
garbage, but it was pretty bad / trash. I mean, it's a below mid show. It is what it is, man. This is
It's
not
SmackDown
acceptable.
gang.
You cannot give your fans over a year straight of garbage content on a show, boring, lifeless, monotonous, terrible, awfully booked, nonsensical, and no new stars are built for over a year. And you expect me to act insane and act excited because we got 2 or 3 good segments in a 3-hour show? Are you kidding me? That's what fans are going to do, though, guys. That's what they're going to do. We got 2 or 3 good segments in a 3-hour show, and we're going to act like this.
I don't know if this guy's a
wasn't
fan,
peak.
though.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's just go ahead and jump into this video. First off, we started off with a really, really fun segment that I actually enjoyed. We had The Miz who came out. The Miz came out and basically cut a pretty good promo. I kind of enjoyed it, all right? It was pretty nice. The Miz, like I've been saying on live streams and in past videos, he obviously is one of the best mic workers of all time, in my opinion.
No
And he's
doubt.
one of my favorite wrestlers of all time because he's The Miz and he's awesome. You know what I mean? So The Miz comes out there and basically says that respect is earned, and it's not just something that he should be getting from people in the crowd. And
Is
from
he gonna
fans.
go
He should
against
be
Carmelo
getting it
Hayes for
from
the
locker
Open
room.
Challenge?
And he calls some guy in the front row. He calls him like a jelly roll wannabe. You know what I mean, or something like that. And then he basically says that I'm upset for a multitude of reasons, and he lists off his issues. He said issue number 1 is that John Cena gets to ride up into the sunset and not have his final moment with me because I deserve that moment. I beat him at WrestleMania in the main event. Yada yada yada.
Oh,
The same
with a
stuff he's been
concussion,
saying.
too.
He then says that Timothy Chalamet, I'm upset that you got Marty Supreme role, like the role in that movie, over me, and he says it's not over. He then says that he is the new face of the WWE. It's obviously meant to be funny and egotistical because he's in his late 40s, I'm sure. I think he is, right? Mid 40s, late 40s, whatever he is. But Miz basically says, I'm the face of WWE. I am the leader, and I am the gateway inside of this industry. And I'm tired of all the softies basically in the back. It was a pretty fun promo, entertaining. The Miz has great charisma. So
Low-key
he did his
facts,
job. Then we get the return of Randall Orton, okay? Randall Orton is officially back.
Finally.
I'm not sure why this dude has not been on any WWE programming in 3 or 4 months, but I mean, quite frankly, it's good to have.
I will say, even the haters, the lovers of the sport, know that Randy Orton should have been booked multiple times. Don't know why he hasn't been booked, but
And then when he comes out and he does his whole entrance, you just really get to remember how big of a star
How
that
much of
Randy is.
aura.
You know, he's the last of a dead breed. I can't even say a dying breed anymore. It's a dead breed. We have no more superstars that are going to be on the level of someone like an Orton, right? Or a Lesnar still, or a Roman, you know what I'm saying? Or a CM Punk, or a Cena that just retired. It's over. You get what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You see Orton come out there and you just have a special feeling. It doesn't happen like that with literally
it's
anyone
because the
else in
music
this
is
roster.
actually
So,
good.
It is what it is, man. But Randy Orton comes back. It's great to see him. He comes out, and you already know how this segment is going to end. He's going to RKO The Miz. Ultimately, what takes place is Randall Orton comes out there. The Miz is like, yeah, we can run shop. We can be Miz KO. And he's laughing at the crowd and everything. And then Orton turns him around and RKOs him out of nowhere, which is pretty funny. And then the crowd chants, one more time. And then he picks him up again and RKOs him again. So, and then he stands
RKO
tall
is probably
afterwards,
the
does
greatest
his
finisher of
signature
all time.
pose. He gets a massive pop, and we move on, man. It was a really fun segment, enjoyable. Cool to see some of the older guard, do little mini segments like this, right? And of course, with Randall Orton, it's always great to see him hit
The OGs.
RKOs, and it's just great to have him back on the show. And the Miz's segment, his promo was pretty entertaining. So this segment so far, this is pretty good. Then we move on to backstage, and we're already going downhill. Dr. Libations, Codarius Rodington, and Randy Orton have a backstage segment, and within 10 seconds of them talking, we already have the phrases said from Randy Orton. Cody, I respect you. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. I have care for you.
All right, man. Fuck. I don't hear you
Orton,
sing.
as per usual. Randy's been saying he respects Cody for 19 months. He's been looking at Cody's championship belt for even longer.
We know that Randy's going to go for the belt. We've been waiting for it. Like, this long-term booking shouldn't have been long-term booking game. Should have low-key been the first.
Basically, the moral of the story is that Randy points at the belt, basically alluding to the fact that he's going to come for it, and he says he respects Cody, but at some point he's coming for the belt. Yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares. Pull the trigger already. You understand what I'm saying? Like, pull the trigger on Randy going for the championship. I'm so tired of seeing the same exact segment, 80-50, 80-50, 80-50.
Yo, I agree. I'm sick and tired of seeing Randy Orton look at this fucking championship right here. Let's get the move on. Long-term booking sometimes doesn't need long-term booking, man. Let's get these guys in a ring. Promo versus promo. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes at a fucking PLE. We know realistically, I would love to see Randy win, to be honest. But realistically, that means Drew's gonna fucking lose. That is crazy. Bro, Cody Rhodes is a nowadays John Cena, gang. Fuck.
80-30, what? 80-90, what? 80-80, what? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but you get the point, man. We've seen this segment a billion times, and nothing has come from it. So already, we have one segment that I would deem as actually good. The next segment was complete filler and nonsense and garbage. We then move on to something that we've seen 18 times. We, at War Games, watched a 5v5 in the women's match that was supposed to end all these beefs, end all these feuds, be the epic climax to a story that was complete garbage.
Becky Lynch is somehow going to go against AJ Lee again.
Situation at War Games where they fought each other. We now fast forward and we're literally getting the same match minus Becky and AJ. It's the same match. Nia, Lash, and the Kabukis versus Rhea, Io, and Charlotte and Alexa. It's the same match with no Cage and no Becky and AJ. It's the same match, which shows you that Survivor Series not only didn't matter, but the storytelling for it obviously doesn't matter, and quite frankly, nobody cares. So I don't know what else to say about this nonsense, guys. What can we say about this, man? You get a nonsense match.
Yo, this guy's a hater, though. Holy shit. You peep that?
Match means absolutely nothing for anything. In the in-ring action, there was a decent amount of botches, but there were some decent moments as well. Like Lash getting that big boot on Io's side midair. That was pretty cool. And there was a couple other spots, I'm sure, that I'm not remembering, but overall, it was an average match. We've seen this before. We've seen the collection of these 8 women fighting for like 3 months. So I don't like what is this? This is the filler stuff that I'm talking about, and they wasted like 20 to 25 minutes of the show on this stuff with a bunch of ads. This is unacceptable. This is how Triple H and WWE, this is how they get fans. They give you a match like this right after a segment that was pretty solid, and then they give you something like this that just has a bunch of big names within the women's division, and they just make you think that it's so good because the names are there, man. Look, it's Io, it's Rhea, it's Charlotte, it's Alexa.
Low key though, the women's division is pretty stacked. Like I can't really name like a job.
Nobody cares. Rhea ends up.
I mean, there's probably like a couple jobbers, but
Io hits
nothing
them
too
over
crazy.
the moonsault in the what's called the team with Io, Rhea, and Charlotte.
This guy's pretty fucking loud.
And they stand tall and they're hugging each other and showing mutual respect, which is going to be a mutual theme throughout the rest of the night because the show sucks. Now, we then move on.
Zack Ryder
comes out to fight Kit Wilson. I will say that this Kit Wilson gimmick where he's calling everyone toxic, you know what I'm saying, and talking about toxic masculinity, it's a fun little gimmick because you need jobbers like this on the roster that can generate cheap heat quickly and get jobbed out to a bigger guy on the card, like an upper carder or a mid carder or a main eventer even. So quite frankly, Kit Wilson's doing exactly what he needs to do in his role, and I think it's kind of decent. After this takes place, though, Zack Ryder comes out and changes the theme.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Oh, radio. Shout out to that boy Zack Ryder for actually getting back in the WWE. I know that boy stay ready. He's like, damn, 2026, I got a shot. 2025, I got a shot. Can we just sign him to a contract? Fuck Triple H. Give him a little Legends deal.
And it's revealed that Matt Cardona is now on the SmackDown roster. I felt absolutely nothing when this happened because, quite frankly, I do not care. I don't even know how old he is, but he's clearly in his like mid to late 40s probably or whatever he is. And quite frankly, this has no impact. Matt Cardona is not going to win anything in this company. And if he does, he might win a U.S. championship. And that's being generous. You get what I'm saying? So none of this stuff really matters at this point. Who cares? Kit Wilson loses to Zack Ryder.
Isn't that good? Like, he gets to travel with his wife.
Damian Priest then cuts one of the worst promos backstage of all time. This dude has a knack for cutting bad promos. It's honestly insane. But basically, he's backstage with Kathy Kelly, and he says he's talking about Aleister Black, and he basically says to Aleister Black, he says the most like fifth grader line ever. He says, Aleister Black, you're not my creator. You don't tell me what to do. Like.
Check out the
I mean, it is a kid's show. Like, it's a kid's show, gang. Like, what are you gonna say? Some fucking complexity?
What are you talking about? This is a grown man talking like a toddler in elementary or a little kid in elementary.
I don't
school.
know if this guy
Remember when
realizes.
you're like, I'm gonna tell on you. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. And now we have Damian Priest, who's in his 40s, talking about you're not my creator. You don't tell me what to do. Are you kidding me, man? Like, this is so like this third grade level writing for these segments. This is not acceptable. This is garbage. You understand what I mean? So it's just
No, I don't get what you mean, gang.
They've had so many Trick Williams.
I am so happy seeing Trick Williams fucking debut. By the way, this was drip right here. The all-white fit, bro. The all-white fit. Ever since I seen Seth Rollins wear that, I was like, yo, why doesn't more wrestlers, especially on PLEs, go all-white on them? But, yo, Trick Williams on SmackDown, smart play. Carmelo Hayes is there. They can build up them both and then have a, you know what I'm saying, like a United States Championship, kind of like a Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage kind of esque match for the, you know what I'm saying, the mid-tier title. I like that. I like it a lot.
Man, Trick Williams
fucking-
comes out, entrance is
I don't
great.
have no
It's already over
napkins.
with the crowd, they're chanting the whoop that Trick, what? Whoop that Trick. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like that, bro. I hopefully Booker can get on some of these SmackDowns at some point, but that's the situation with that. Trick Williams comes out and basically says that
Cartiers.
Nick Aldis wanted some flavor to SmackDown, and we got some flavor. You got me. I'm a mixture of MJ, you know what I'm saying, as in Michael Jordan, Mike Jack, and Mike Tyson all in one. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty funny.
Wow.
And then Trick Williams basically says,
So he was
"I'm not
glazing-
like you, Sammy. I'm a new flavor. I'm the biggest thing in town, basically."
So
And he
basically,
says,
he's glazing
"I don't
NXT
need 20
talent, and
years
he's an
to get
AEW
one
guy.
good opportunity."
That's what I'm
You know what saying?
getting
So
from
that
this
was
video,
Sami Zayn,
reacting
and
to
he
it.
also says that
No
Sammy,
offense to this guy.
I'm not the guy who just almost gets the job done. I am the guy that actually gets the job done, right? That's basically what Trick Williams says. He delivers his lines with charisma. He's pretty funny. The crowd was popping throughout his promo, and they seemed pretty interested in what he was talking about. Normally, when someone is talking, like even a Braun Breaker, right? When they're talking, people are chanting OTC or CM Punk, or they're chanting for somebody else, you know what I'm saying, while he's actually talking. But with you, when you have Trick Williams coming out here, it was pretty refreshing to see that he could cut his whole promo by himself, charismatic-wise, and then actually, you know, have the crowd engaged to the point where they're not just randomly shouting and chanting things at Trick Williams while he's in his promo.
I don't think- I mean, I don't know about Braun.
This is a good debut promo for Trick
Especially
Williams.
during the CM Punk, it makes sense that they're calling CM Punk because he's the face.
Sami Zayn basically says, because you want
But also,
to
Braun
overstep
Breaker is
your
really not a
boundaries,
promo
you
guy.
will know that I will humble you. I will beat you.
Shut the fuck up.
Because Trick Williams did a good job. Sami Zayn did absolutely nothing in this promo. He was pretty, I mean, he wasn't bad, but like it's the same stuff. So what can we say about it? I'm not going to give you points for giving us the same monotonous garbage 80 billion times straight. So
Yo, this
that's
guy,
how you
dude.
have it. Then we move on. Carmelo Hayes fights Johnny Jobber. You know what I'm saying? He fights Johnny Gargano. I don't know where Tommaso Ciampa is. I don't know if he's injured or he got released, but Johnny Gargano has a new intro for himself, and he's out there with his wife. I don't know where Tommaso is. I'm assuming Tommaso would come out with them, you know what I'm saying, if he was still a part of the roster. So I'm not exactly sure what happened with that. Hopefully Tommaso.
I think they're waiting to build up
If
the-
he got released, then you know what? Unfortunate. You know what I mean? Hopefully he, you know, finds some greener pastures in a different company, or maybe he retires. Whatever happens, hope the best for the guy. Whatever happens with him. Carmelo Hayes beats Johnny Gargano, and no one cares. Carmelo Hayes came out tonight, and honestly, he didn't really get that big of a reaction anymore.
Where were
Because, like I said last week, I don't care that Carmelo Hayes won the U.S. Championship. The reign has to be booked well. And when you have a situation where Carmelo Hayes comes out to fight Johnny Jobber, and quite frankly, the match itself, yeah, it's a decent match. But again, we just saw Ilya Jabarov beat the same people that Carmelo is fighting. It's the same stuff we've been seeing for 2 months. So I'm not going to sit here and celebrate.
Yeah,
the
he
fact
should
that
go
Carmelo
against,
Hayes
some new
retained versus
talent.
Johnny Gargano, because that's what happened. I do not care.
SmackDown
This
has a
reign
lot of
is
people. They
already
could do
marketed
Ray
as dead
Phoenix.
on arrival.
No, is Ray
Because
Phoenix
Triple Thought
injured?
Gave
I don't
Carmelo
know.
Hayes the championship on a taped show, then proceeded the next week to have Carmelo Hayes fight an absolute no-name and jobber, so the crowd was barely even interested in this match. They barely cared, and I don't blame them because I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's as simple as that. You can't have someone win a U.S. title and the next week have them fight the same people we've been seeing fight for the U.S. title for 2 months. The same jobbers who have no storylines. You know, Carmelo Hayes
No, that's
needs
true.
storylines. He needs drama. He needs intrigue. That's how you build.
I mean, I think that's why you get Trick Williams on the roster, because obviously they have
The
history.
same jobbers that have been fighting for the last few months, and therefore.
But obviously
nobody
you don't
cared
put him in
about it,
immediately.
and
I mean, you
completely
could.
disinterested in
But I
this.
mean,
It's an okay match at best, but again, nobody cares. And ultimately,
it
that's
should
the
just be a
story of
rivalry
this
between him and
SmackDown
Dragunov.
Summed up, quite frankly, I can end the video here. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest with you, like it's the same stuff that we've seen over and over and over again, just in longer segments, and then we get a couple extra segments that we don't normally get inside of the show. But quite frankly, the themes of this show still remain the same. A lot of the stuff is nonsensical. A lot of it is boring. A lot of it is repetitive and monotonous, and a lot of it isn't booked well. And quite frankly, a lot of it just isn't interesting. Why would I be interested in seeing Damian Priest versus D-Lister for the 50th time in 6 months? Why would I be interested?
I will
in
say,
seeing
I don't
Zack
know why
Ryder in
Damian
his
Priest is
40s
still in
fight
that
Pete
rivalry,
Wilson? Why
to
would
be
I
honest.
be interested in seeing Cody and Randy stare at the WWE Championship for 2 years straight? You understand what I'm saying? Like, none of this stuff is interesting. You'll have a segment here and there that you're like, wow, that was pretty cool, but that's not going to cut it, guys. That's not going to cut it, and you know that. So that's why I would say this episode was pretty bad. Now we move on, okay? We basically had Jordan Grace has officially been confirmed to be on the SmackDown roster. She's backstage with Nicholas.
This is compy. This needs to be a PLE match, Triple H. Triple H, put this on PLE, put this on PLE. And put a little stipulation on it, like an Extreme Rules match. Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green, TNA Legends. They will burn the house down if they give them time. Give them time with this match for the U.S. title. These two gals would burn it down. Facts.
And Chelsea Green, basically saying that, you know, some people are going to make this decision really easy to come to SmackDown. And then she has a backstage segment with Jade Cargill.
Oh, now I can't lie, though. This guy actually kind of tickles the pickle. I did just say that like 5 seconds ago. I would love to see Chelsea Green and Jordan Grace. But this match right here, Jade Cargill and Jordan, that also tickles the pickle. I will say, I like both of these matches. I think, you know what I'm saying, she jobs to her, right? You know what I'm saying? No offense. Jade Cargill, we're waiting for Bianca Belair. Facts. And then she goes back to Chelsea Green, and then they have a barn burner so that everyone really knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? That makes more sense. Jade Cargill, oh my God, Jade Cargill, Jamaican legend. Shout out to her.
Because I'm that people, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Jade says. And then Jordan Grace says, well, I'm Jordan Grace, and you definitely are that, as in, you know, she's a B word. So pretty corny segment. Pretty bad back-to-back segments, but it's cool to see Jordan Grace here. She's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers, women's wrestlers on the roster.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully she does a good job on when she, you know, officially comes up and has some matches. I'm assuming she's going to be next in line for the Women's U.S. Championship. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens next with that. Then we move on. And
nice.
The freezing wind cuts through Gaza's camps, leaving families desperate for warmth.
Damn.
But with your help,
and we basically had, who was it? It was Cody Rhodes.
For all the families, man.
Cody Rhodes. This is the problem with these shows. I've been saying this for so long, dude. Cody Rhodes sucks. There's nothing you can do. You can't fix this. You can't fix it. I don't care if the show's 3 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, 8 hours, 40 hours, 5 days, 9 months, 9 years. It does not make a difference.
He should drop that belt, though. I don't know.
This week he's
no offense to him. I think he's maxed out this ring, gang.
Suit with his pants and his loafers, and then he comes out and he says absolutely nothing. The crowd was heavily disinterested in his promo. They're chanting his name during the first part of his promo because they don't care what he has to say. Then when he starts talking, the crowd is basically barely responsive because nobody cares. Cody Rhodes says that when people see this championship, they see me as the but they don't understand. You can be The Rock, you can be anybody, but in this era of WWE, I am champion. Great, that's great news, man. In this era of WWE, John Cena was also champion.
Yeah.
In this era of WWE, Roman Reigns is also champion. In this era of WWE, when you eventually drop the belt, someone else will become champion. All Cody can do is word salad. It is a bunch of just statements just being thrown at the wind, and it's getting annoying. It's been annoying for a very long time at this point, and it's just stupid, bro. How many times can Cody come out here and say a mixture of absolute nonsense for 13 minutes straight and then get interrupted? It's boring. It's terribly booked. Then he says...
All right, man. I'm going to the next video, man. No, I don't want to watch this one. Give me that.
Yo, what up? I'm LeBron.
LeBron? Bronny?
Here, it's good.
This is kind of a crazy image, having the tea table set up in the middle of the gym ski. You had to stop the Legault James from the nice workout that he was getting, a nice little pump in, and to get some fucking tea time.
Let's do it. What is it really like? Getting leftover chalk dust in your eyes?
Wow.
I actually don't feel the residue or whatever, the leftover chalk dust. Like, it's usually for my teammates that be up there. We all doing our hands, our daps and our handshakes and stuff. So I definitely got hit with it.
He be throwing it on him though.
Who's most likely to be able to change a tire?
Like on the team?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, low key.
like, he's definitely been stranded on a
Farm.
country back road
Somewhere in Arkansas, yeah, for
somewhere
sure.
Arkansas, like yeah.
I wouldn't even have a spare tire in my car. Like, it'd be over with. The car AAA is over with for us. Yeah, it's over.
Who's most likely to be first to dance?
It's pretty easy to change a tire though, gang.
First likely to dance at an event on our team?
Him.
No, bro.
Sober too.
No, DK.
Not DK.
Who will most likely be the best surfer?
Oh.
Yeah, probably you.
I'm a snowboarder
Yeah.
at heart, so
Is it the same though? It's snowboarding
It's
and
definitely close.
I don't know if it's same though.
Stuff like that.
Jackson looked like he would be too.
His head is gonna be sticking in the wave.
But Jackson looks like a surfer though. He like his hair.
Yeah, he does look like a surfer. Let it flow in the wind.
To the Lakers or LA moment.
I guess media day. You know, just like coming in here and seeing like all the banners, seeing all the trophies, seeing the names and stuff on.
Listen, man, my real question, this is what I would ask. This is my biggest question, LeBron. Are you going to wait for your son? I know you said I'm saying you're not going to wait for your son, but you're a Hall of Fame liar. Are you waiting for Bryce to get to the league, and are you going to play against your son? This would be your first time playing against your son. Or would you try to get your son on the same team so you have all family on the same team on some fucking my league type shit? That's what I would ask him.
All the stuff.
Me personally.
That was super cool. To just be a part of the organization, something that you've seen for so many years, and obviously you know the history and the legacy of it. So,
Ow, my
would say
fucking
media day.
knee.
Who is most likely to gatekeep the best LA location?
Brownie.
Probably Gabe.
Oh,
Gabe
for sure,
Vincent?
Gabe.
Probably Gabe.
Gabe?
Yeah, I'd say Gabe.
Gabe seems like he definitely got a bunch of
Yeah, he
low-key
does.
spots,
Yeah,
and he ain't
definitely.
telling nobody
Yeah.
about them. He ain't trying to blow the
I'd
spot
say
up.
Gabe, too.
Yeah, he got a bunch of duck-off spots. We emptied the cups on y'all. We spilling the tea.
We out.
No more tea. No more tea, you know what I'm saying? The thing with the sports is there's...
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.
Brother, I am Christian, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all though.
Alhamdulillah, I'm
Bacon. That boy 6'9". You know, the thing with 6'9", is he always has the BBL bandits on these videos. He's a smart man. Put the BBL gals in there. For the guys that have short extension spans, put the BBL girl in there. Just show her a lot. Like cut here, boom, BBL gal, BBL gal, BBL gal. And then the beat is going to be blasting so hard you're going to be like, this song's kind of tough with the music video. Facts. Come on now. That's raw bacon though. What the fuck is going on, gang? Julio. See, this is a type. I can't lie though. Oh, beautiful pause. Hold on. This is a type of 6'9" that me personally, I fucked with. I thought this was the type of 6'9" we were gonna get when he came back out of jail. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, the riggedy rat shit. Look at Gunna. Just make the good music. I promise you no one's gonna care. Facts. Make good music. Nobody cares. No offense. Thugger's last album, trash. He did, well, he ratted? Well, Atlanta says he doesn't rat, but other people say he rat. I don't know the fucking business. I don't give a fuck. Music is music. That shit was trash. 21 Savage shit, didn't even listen to it. I don't hear anyone else listening to it. The shit must have been trash. So, Gunna's the only guy making good music out of Atlanta in future. So, without those two guys, Atlanta's down. And Cardi, of course. But, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of sound that I need 6ix9ine to be on 3 months from now. Just go back to those hard beats, screaming on the fucking song, putting your BBL bandits going crazy, dropping loads of money, and then rapping like that. Talking about fucking hoes, getting money. That's what people want to hear. They don't care about the gang shit. Look at Lil Tecca.
breaking. She wanna rap saving. Bitch, you gotta fuck if you tryna make it. Nigga, I'm black. What the fuck my scat? What the fuck my lean? Nigga, free my dad. Free my pops. Who the fuck the cops? Fuck TJ, that nigga I almost lost his life over chips and guap. He ain't get to dip his chips and guap. Fuck that. You know I'm a Jew. Before me, you know I'm a
Yo, they got aided on the beat, man. Yo, I can't lie though. He came in crazy hard with the ooh, you know what you are. Ooh, you know what you are with the Jew pendant. Shout out to that boy Aiden Ross and Cup from. They went crazy on this though. Oh my god. Oh my god. 4 BBL gals. I like that song though. That song's pretty good. I like that song. He should start saying Treyway though. I feel like he should start saying Treyway again. I know that he can legally say it, so I think that he should start jacking it. You know what I'm saying? Because no one knows Treyway until he started saying Treyway. Facts. Alright, chat. I think that was a good little stream. Obviously a little short minute one, but listen, you already know tomorrow we back at it. And I think we're going to do some gaming too. Word too. So we're going to do some gaming tomorrow, and we back at it again. So I love y'all boys. God first, consistency. Safety.